brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Bears on Sunday night primetime.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead will decide the second entry to this week's NFC title game. We got a great story between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round. And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason. To Montgomery to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man.
There we go. That's the way we want to start. 27 yards.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Fields throw complete there to St. Brown.
Another one. St. Brown coming up big on this first drive.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Now Montgomery running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we have them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance. I'm not sure he can.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy?
Last game, you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders.
There we go. Get a run defense in there. Get them started.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there,
I'm doing good, man. Just hanging out, playing some Madden. This is actually a replay. Computer cheated me the first time.
then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
Yeah, let's go. This is a make or break one right here, Greg.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts. It's caught. Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass
almost picked. Good coverage.
Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jones on the return.
Oh my goodness, what a way to start it, man. Touchdown. Let's go.
A 71-yard punt return. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous.
Definitely a house call. That's his 2nd punt return in the last 2 games, so must be on to something. Awesome grief. I'll have to check it out, buddy. 71 yards that time.
We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first-quarter grab here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Locates Hardman for another catch. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders.
What a defensive stand. Heck yeah. What's up, Rocky? Welcome, buddy. We just stuffed them on 3rd and inches.
And caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll begin by running the option. is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole.
All right, there goes Komet. Powering through for that first down. Let's go.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this first half is not all about the plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time sport somewhere. That's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. On the return is Jones. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
A handoff for Herbert. And they're able to get this one.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome back.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
He's a guy that comes in periodically. He's been here a few times.
Solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback. Pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 14 yards that time. A first down on the keeper. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's Fields. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team.
Oh, there we go. That is our defense. Let's go, man.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. From the 41, Fields. For left side, taken in by Kmet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Fields on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
What a catch out there by St. Brown. Who else?
Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw. Fields. Touchdown, Bears!
All right, let's go. Darnell Mooney, touchdown.
From 6 yards away. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who are moving on as they defeat the Dallas Cowboys. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
All right, third quarter. Let's get this kicked off. Good lead. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's a good lead.
Hanging in the balance, second half action back underway. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's a second down run with Sanders.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for him.
Great defense. Let's go.
And his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Head coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 16, Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game, now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Getting a sense of the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Fields now to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The ball moving down the field, though. Let's go.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 38, Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't throw it.
Defensively, just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite of a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Hey, Colin. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming by.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 50, here's Fields. He Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Eagles are
Good. That was a bad throw, man.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Hurts going to take this himself. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
All right, another freaking close one, man.
From 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Now Herbert to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
It's part of the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Fields. Completion here to Claypool. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the national.
Yeah, defense really got sour there, up 20-0.
Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Fields hit and the ball is loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes get down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And that is
should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
What's up, buddy? Welcome back.
This kicks away. Jones on the return. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Fields. Got St. Brown running the
What a strike. Nice throw.
Work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it.
Option play coming up. I will say, though, they've contained this pretty good so far.
Now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the option play now to the left. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Yeah, they got me covered so far, surprisingly. They got me covered.
Able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On 2nd down, Herbert, and he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, 89 now. He's in 89.
That's what you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Herbert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he was. There's definitely a lot of building involved.
Herbert once more. And stopped Just a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. With this offensive line, they're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction and getting pushed down it.
Montgomery. Get him down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely is. I'm hoping we can get them really close to that by next year.
It's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Santos now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
Oh, for sure. And definitely with the touchdown to interception ratio the last 2 years has been 23-12 and 23-11. And then, of course, 1,400 rushing yards this year, 1,700 last year. So he's on the up and up, for sure. I'm thinking, like you said right there, 95, 97 range.
This drive becomes very critical. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He'll be dropped after a
Definitely. Andy Reid option. You know, you said that the other day. It does have a good ring to it.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Hurts slow. Take it in behind here.
Dang, that was a weird tackle animation.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13.
Right.
For Philadelphia.
You know what's funny on here? Jalen Hurts came in this game with 50 touchdowns. I think like 11 interceptions. That's what he had on the year.
And everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And once again, oh no, he lost the football.
Uh-oh. Ball's out. Ball is out. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, I know. He's always going to be an X factor. He probably sells the game for a lot of people.
That puts him in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the awards should be after this week, I think. Might be right before the Super Bowl, though.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Yeah, me too. You and me both, buddy. We got one more door to go through after this one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Herbert, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
All right, let's spread the ball around this drive. Make some good plays today. You can make a play here. Take it to him. Keep moving on. Hey, let's get some yards.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Yeah, you got that right. Stupidest play in history.
Takes it just across midfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
All right, now we're just running the clock out, guys. I think it's fair to say we have made it to the NFC Championship game now.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. Up the middle they go. Herbert, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the defense will burn their...
Definitely. We're coming to reclaim what should have been ours last year. No doubt.
After giving up the first down.
All right, now here's the finishing touches. What's kneel down?
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
No, for sure. We are taking the safe route this year. No dangerous stuff. Anything that we can avoid. And stupid false start penalties. Oh my God! I looked away for 1 second, wasn't paying attention.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So with that need, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl.
All right, so that's it, guys. 10-point win this time. Awesome. Here comes the conference championship.